to determine gestational dating, so the age of the baby, so that we knew how much to charge the woman for the abortion. But then the ultrasound is rolled away or not used again. But this doctor we had a visiting physician come in, and he was explaining to me that, of course, it's safer for the patient if the physician can actually see what he's doing while he's performing surgery. And so he decided that he would show us what this looked like, this type of procedure looked like. And so I was asked to come in, hold the ultrasound probe on the woman's abdomen so that the doctor would be able to, in his words, visualize his target. And
visualize his target, a baby growing inside a mother's womb. Okay, the target.
Yeah, and just so that everybody knows, just for clarification, by 13 weeks gestation, everything is formed on the baby. So arms, legs, fingers, toes, heart's beating, brain waves are active. Every internal organ that you sit here with today is already formed by 13 weeks. So
I want to add one point to that, Abby, is my niece just had a baby. My kids are 20 and 17, and the difference between sonogram pictures then, and again, my youngest is 17, and now, I mean, you basically see exactly what the kid looks like inside the womb. I mean, every detail. I think it's 4D. I don't know exactly what they say, but it's fully, you can see the full, complete picture of every part of that child that's growing inside that womb.
Exactly, which is why Planned Parenthood and other abortion providers rail against ultrasound legislation that would require them to show a woman the ultrasound before her abortion is performed, because they know that the ultrasound exposes their lie. It shows the woman that inside of her womb is a living human being with a beating heart, and that's bad for business when your business is terminating unborn life.
When you saw it, what did you see? What was the reaction? Like, for example, I mean, we've had people describe that during abortions that the growing child feels pain. What did you see when it was actually happening?
So I could see the instruments going into the woman's uterus, and as they got closer and closer to the side of this child, they eventually touched him, and he began flailing his arms and legs as if he was trying to move away and find safety away from these instruments. And unfortunately, there was nowhere for him to go. And I just watched in horror as this 13-week-old child fought for his life, lost his life, and was dismembered piece by piece through a suction machine in his mother's womb.
Mike, let me ask you, I for years have not talked about the issue of abortion because I felt it was pretty much settled in most people's minds and people weren't going to be convinced one way or the other. I personally believe life begins at conception, my own personal belief. I have very good friends of mine that describe themselves as pro-choice. But when the Democrats now in 9 or 10 states, I think we're up to, when we saw the governor of Virginia describe and the House of Commons legislative woman who proposed this bill, on the same day she proposed a bill to protect butterflies, ironically, where even during dilation a woman should have the right, is that a full 9 months. She should still have the right to have an abortion, even though it's a fully formed, fully developed human soul. And then when the governor described, well, first we'll deliver the baby, and then we'll make sure the baby's comfortable, and then if the mother will decide if we give any medical attention and aid or need to resuscitate the baby, and then we'll have a discussion after. I mean, that's infanticide. That is clear, and it's now become a big issue that the Democrats, why this is defining them is beyond any understanding I have. And every one of those people that I say are pro-choice that I know, when you ask them, they are aghast at the thought of allowing this to go to a 9th month and recognize that that is a viable child inside that mother's womb.
Right. And you know, Sean, this is last spring when I got to have a cameo in it, and then I financed a lot of it, and I said, the message has to get out there, and then I said this movie needs to be good, and it's awesome production too. Well, look at God's timing on this, of where we're at right now, what you just described, what's going on in this country. And I want to tell you, all the pushback we had, they gave it an R rating, which who is behind it. It's almost like the fix is in. We couldn't get advertising on certain channels. I won't name them, but we all know who they are. They wouldn't give us advertising on those to get the word out for this movie. And I'll tell you what, they're going to lose, because we're going to look back on this sometime in our country and go, can you believe we were even doing abortions? It'll be down the road. I mean, this is the start of, this is the turning point. And like you said, not just in Hollywood, but this is the turning point for abortion too. I mean, Abby's story and what she went through, this is going to be the biggest driver to get people go, really? But to have it all in the public eye, so much of a battle right now because of what these states are doing. Someone said it the other day, Sean, they go, how can a party be saving minnows in California but killing babies in New York?
Quick break. More of this movie.